The landscape of the NFL is shifting beneath our feet, and if you haven't realized it yet, you might be looking at the birth of a new defensive dynasty. We are talking about a move so seismic, so potential. Before we dive into the chilling reality of what this defensive line could become, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. There is a storm brewing in Los Angeles, and it revolves entirely around the future of an icon. For weeks, the football world has been fixed to a much more dangerous territory. What if he actually does? We have seen the videos, we have seen the intensity, and we have seen him back on the practice field. It feels like the natural, almost destiny-driven conclusion to an offseason that has already defied logic. But hold on, because the situation is more complex than a simple comeback. The industry insiders, the players themselves, the whispers from the locker room, they are all pointing to one reality. This isn't a retirement pivot. This is a trial. What we are witnessing is the ultimate test of physical and mental fortitude. When a player of that caliber steps away and then contemplates a return, it is never about the money. It is about the grind. It is about whether or not the body can still withstand the relentless punishment of a grueling 17-game season. The word from the circles that actually matter is clear. There will be no part-time return. No mercenary stints just for the playoffs. It is all or nothing. It is a full commitment or total silence. But wait until you hear the specific timeline for when this massive decision is expected to drop and why the secrecy surrounding it is making everyone in the front office sweat. The reality of an NFL season is unforgiving. It is not just about staying in shape at the gym. It is about the specific, brutal, bone-jarring impact of professional defensive line drills. That is why the upcoming training camp is the ultimate litmus test. If he returns, he needs those reps. He needs to reacclimate to the violence of the trench. And if you think this is all just speculation, you haven't been paying attention to the way the team is moving in the shadows. Who is truly to blame for the uncertainty surrounding this legendary return? And is the front office playing a dangerous game of wait and see with a Hall of Fame talent? Drop a name in the comments below. But let's look at the bigger picture. Why does this feel like the perfect storm? Because of the man beside him. We are talking about the recent, massive acquisition of Myles Garrett. Imagine the audacity of a team that pairs the greatest defensive player in history, a man who redefined the position, with the current, undisputed king of pass rushing. Then, add in the rising stars who are already turning heads. It creates a scenario where the fearsome foursome nickname is not just a nostalgic nod to the past. It is a terrifying, modern-day reality. This is the kind of defensive depth that keeps offensive coordinators awake at night. And just when you think the stars are aligning, there is another piece of the puzzle that links this entire narrative together: the jerseys. The team has officially teased a revamp, a look into the future that pays homage to the glorious past. We know for a fact that 2 new alternate uniforms are set to drop on July 23rd. The leaks that have surfaced online, the patterns, the colors, the sheer aesthetic of these new threads, they scream of a team looking to honor the defensive legends of yesteryear. When you look at the leaked designs, the blue striping, the black lettering, and the potential for a new helmet that finally, mercifully, matches the exact shade of gold, you realize this isn't just a marketing move. It is an identity shift. But the real excitement isn't even in what is already leaked. It is in the subtle clues hidden in the promotional images. The color tabs at the bottom of the announcement aren't accidents. They are roadmaps. They point toward a classic return, a tribute to the era of grit and bone-crushing tackles. But there is a lingering question that remains. Do these uniform choices influence the personnel decisions? Or is this just a beautiful, poetic coincidence? The team claims the marketing department and the roster builders work in separate silos. They want you to believe that the jerseys have nothing to do with the fact that, in the same season, they have built a defensive line that could potentially become the most dominant unit in the league. It sounds too perfect, doesn't it? Like a script written in Hollywood, yet played out on the gridiron. The coincidence of building a legendary defensive line just as the team prepares to unveil throwbacks that honor that exact defensive heritage. It feels like destiny. It feels like a moment in time where everything that can go right actually is going right. As we approach the July 23rd reveal, the tension is reaching a breaking point. We are tracking every lead, every potential, and every whisper from inside the building. This is the moment where the off-season becomes the season, and the narrative changes from what if to what now. We are not just watching a team prepare for a season. We are watching a franchise position itself for greatness. Every detail, from the weight room, to the practice field, to the stitching on the... So, mark your calendars. Watch the news. The events of July 23rd might just be the most pivotal moment for this franchise in a decade. We will be here to break it down, to analyze the fallout, and to tell you what it actually means for the championship run. You won't want to miss a single second of what comes next. Stay tuned, because this story is just getting to the good part.